I've been watching a lot of Coello lately, and I keep coming back to this one thought. If I had to play him tomorrow, and yes, I'd get destroyed, that's not the point, but if I had to, I genuinely don't know what I'd do. I've faced annoying players before, guys who are faster, stronger, more consistent, but there's usually something, a pattern to exploit, a weakness to target, a door somewhere. With Coello, I can't find a door. Let me explain. I play left side, and if you play left side, you know what it's like to face a lefty. Everything is just a bit more uncomfortable. Your usual angles aren't as effective. You're constantly adjusting, and while you're adjusting, you're likely losing. Coello is a lefty, 1.90 meters tall, or 6'2". That in itself is a huge conditional factor. It basically forces you to play a bit differently. He just shows up and the court is already smaller for his opponents. Shots that should have been winners against anyone else? Well, with Coello, you have to think twice before hitting that smash, because unless it is a perfect smash and the ball flies up high, he'll likely reach and you've lost the point. I was watching a match the other day against Galan in Chingotto. Galan hit a great smash, well placed, impeccable execution. Against any other opponent, that's a winner. Against Coello, it's a bit of a gamble. What are opponents supposed to do? Hit it better? That second guessing and hesitation is just part of the nature of facing Coello. Against Coello, good isn't good enough. You need perfect, and nobody's perfect for a full match. He knows this. Therefore, opponents take more risk, which results in more errors. Remember, the way to win at Padel is by playing shots you can consistently hit easily, but are difficult for your opponents. To put it simply, if I know I can hit a bandeja at a good speed, but for my opponent that is a difficult shot to retrieve, I'll end up forcing errors on my opponents. But going back to Coello, genetics alone don't explain it. Lots of tall players exist. What makes him different is the pressure. Watch this. Watch how he moves. Even when his shot isn't great, and even when he's slightly out of position, he goes forward. Always forward. Most players hesitate after a weak ball. They wait to see what happens. Coello doesn't wait. He's already walking to the net, already taking space and blocking on his way up. Can you imagine the amount of pressure that generates? Then there's this thing that he does. He'll block a vibra while moving forward, and within 2 or 3 shots, he's at the net. Doesn't matter what you throw at him. He's absorbed it and kept coming. You know what that feels like as an opponent? Feels like you can breathe. You hit a good shot, he's still coming. You hit a great shot, he's still coming. There is no moment to reset. No moment where you feel like you've done something. The pressure just doesn't stop, and sure, that will inevitably cause bad blocks and errors on Coello, especially if the bandeja is aimed at his feet while walking forward, but the probabilities are on his side. He'll win it more often than not, and he knows it. He's not only playing Padel, he's actually playing chess. Actually, coaches use data. I can't prove it, but it is obviously the case. And going right back to the previous example, it might not work once or twice, but he knows overall it is the right play. It just works. You'll see points where Tapia is alone at the back defending, while Coello is already at the net, hunting. He trusts that his aggression creates more chaos for the opponents than problems for Tapia, and watching them play, he's usually right. And here's another point. If you ever played Padel, and especially competed, you know how mentally challenging the sport really is. Your head plays a huge role. One bad game, one frustrated moment with your partner, and suddenly you're down a set. The head controls everything. I've watched Coello in tight moments, match points, third set tie breaks, down early against good opponents, and he always looks the same. Same body language, same energy. And with Tapia, you've seen the clips. Tapia misses and Coello's right there. Me gusta, I like it. It's not sarcastic, not passive aggressive. He means it. He's keeping his partner in the game, making sure that the energy stays stable. I wish more of the players I play with knew about this concept. If you and your partner are mentally stable and strong, your chances of winning dramatically increase, even if technically you can't compete as much. Coello just plays, point after point, like the scoreboard doesn't exist. Opponents wait for a window to open. They wait and just keep waiting. I remember this quote very well. It has stuck with me ever since I heard it. Sancho Gutierrez, a phenomenal player, once said, "Padel is about playing the right ball to the right place at the right time at the right speed." Most players have patterns, tendencies. After a few games, you start to see it. Oh, he likes to lob when he's under pressure. He always goes cross-court on the third ball. You can sort of anticipate, but with Coello, he just hides everything. Same stance, different shot. If you do not believe me, well, watch this. Can you spot a difference between the first and second shot? Same preparation, completely different outcome. When you play Coello, you're not anticipating with him. You're reacting. And if you're always reacting, well, then sorry to say, but you're always late. And if you're always late, you're losing. His shot selection is smart. In fact, it's one of his strongest assets. It's not just that he can hit every shot. It's that he picks the right one every time under pressure and when it counts. He sees angles most players don't consider until they watch the replay. So what do you actually do against him? Well, you sort of need perfect smashes, because anything less and he'll likely retrieve it. You need to match his net pressure, because if you retreat, you've lost the net. You need mental consistency, because it's not going to give you 3 points out of frustration. And you need to somehow read a player who hides every intention. That's a lot to ask for. Coello isn't unbeatable because of one skill. He's unbeatable because of the combination. The genetics, the pressure, the mind, the unpredictability. Take one away and he's still elite. Put them together and well, you get the world number one. The scary part? He's 23. He's probably still getting better.